Nigeria and France tightens bilateral relations, especially in the aspect of mining. Plus, we'll bring you agriculture, and of course, we'll have an impressive, boost on empowerment to beneficiaries. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Panorama. I'm Ruth Aguwele. French ambassador to Nigeria, Mark von Boster, reaffirms his country's commitment to remain Nigeria's formidable ally in developing the solid minerals sector. He gave the assurance during a visit to the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake. The ambassador stressed that France is fully committed to supporting Nigeria's roadmap for mining development, with a very keen interest in investing in the rapidly developing solid minerals sector.
I think you are committed, as we are, to do something together. So we are not two, we are one in this. Of course, Nigeria has the choice of the rich. You have all partners coming to visit you, seeking for your support for a partnership. France is just one partner amongst others, but I think we have sometimes an edge, or sometimes we have skills which can have a certain merit in your eyes. So humbly, but with the trust I have in my country, I come to offer you to, if you accept, debrief a bit about what we can achieve now. What could be the next steps?
The core agenda of Mr. President's policy initiatives has been diversification of our economy. Move from fossil fuel, move from petroleum and all that. What we need to do next is to identify those companies,
Yes,
that are serious.
Dele Alake highlighted the imperative of continued engagement with the French team to identify serious French companies interested in the mining sector, while also fine-tuning areas of collaboration to concretize partnership based on the earlier signed MOU. The federal government has adopted a stance against the production and sale of counterfeit and substandard agricultural inputs in the country. This response arises from growing concerns regarding the smuggling of poor-quality onion seeds by certain farmers' groups. Musa Baba Aliyu will tell us more.
Mariam Dawood, a dedicated plant breeder at the Lake Chad Research Institute in Maiduguri, Borno State, has made significant strides in agricultural research on a new high-yielding variety of sorghum. Her efforts demonstrate the potential for innovative agricultural practices to improve food security and increase crop productivity in the region. In addition to her work, several researchers across Nigeria have also successfully produced high-yielding seeds varieties. In November 2024, the National Committee on Naming, Registration and Release of Crop Varieties approved 4 new seed varieties developed by the National Cereal Research Institute in Badegi, Niger State.
Procedure for crop variety release involves the activities of the plant breeder on station, in multi-location, and on farmers' fields. The next task is to test them in multi-locations so that the adaptation and the performance in different ecological zones can be ascertained. From the multi-location testing, few of the varieties which would be recommended for registration and release will be identified and taken to the farmers.
Similar giant strides were recorded in Abuja area and the Horticultural Research Institute Ibadan, Oyo State. Despite this advancement, a major challenge remains the transformation of breeder seeds into certified seeds that can be effectively distributed to farmers.
We must believe in ourselves. We should have our own local seed banks. We shouldn't allow our local varieties to go extinct because of our crave for their own varieties. We should have seed banks, we have gene banks in all relevant areas.
Government should shun the temptation of demanding for unrealistic amount of seed that will be supplied to farmers as a contract. Let farmers themselves interact with the seed companies and get their seeds.
To address this, the federal government is actively encouraging investment in seed production and multiplication from various stakeholders, including farmers themselves.
But what we expect them to do is also to assist the farmers to grow more so that you can have an offtake agreement. If you're investing, because in agriculture, 100 naira in agriculture will produce 400 naira worth of good. So you can give the farmer the 100 naira, he produces 400, you take 100 naira, and he still makes a profit of 300 naira, and you have not impacted on the market.
Moreover, the government has taken a firm stance against the production, supply, and marketing of counterfeit and substandard seeds. This commitment reflects a broader strategy to alleviate agricultural practices and foster sustainable farming in Nigeria, helping to secure food sources for the growing population. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Still on agric, the renewed hope initiative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on food security is a significant milestone to actualizing the country's socio-economic targets. This is a remark by the Bauchi State Governor, Bala Mohammed, at the commissioning of the Irrigate Nigeria project. Awal Abdullahi reports.
This 30,000 hectares of dry season rice farm is demarcated for the transformative agricultural initiative in Gamawa local government area of Bauchi State. As part of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, the project, under the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, is aimed at reducing hunger, creating jobs, and improving the country's economy.
The Irrigate Nigeria project will empower Nigeria's farmers and rural economies. By increasing the quantity and quality of harvest, farmers and farming communities will see increased incomes. Nigerian consumers will benefit through reduced prices that will result from increased availability of food.
Bauchi State is fully committed to this noble vision. We will continue to invest in human capital, technology, and innovative agricultural policies to make Nigeria self-sufficient in food production as per the vision of Mr. President.
The commissioning of the project has also served as the official launching of the branded Tinubu rice. In Bauchi, Awal Abdullahi, NTA News.
All right, let's go on a break. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors, with undying demand. We make solutions, we ignite passion, yeah. Ethnicity is unique, we are more than just a nation.
We are Nigeria, we are Nigeria, strengthening unity. We know they carry lives. We are Nigeria, we are Nigeria. Together live the dream of a land with great destiny. We are Nigeria.
I am the real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
The federal government of Nigeria warns vandals of national assets, electricity transmission towers, cables, and other facilities to desist from this act of sabotage. Vandalism is a serious crime punishable under the law. Vandalizing electrical equipment will affect millions of Nigerians, including your loved ones. Remember that national assets belong to all of us, hence the need to protect them. Report all cases of suspicious movement around electrical facilities to security agencies. When you see something, say something. This message is from the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation in collaboration with the National Counter-Terrorism Center, NCTC, Office of the National Security Advisor.
Thank you for being there. Various groups on the platform of the Confederation of APC support groups have described the local government financial autonomy by Tinubu's presidency as a deliberate intention to drive development at the grassroots. The group, through its Director General, Professor Kailani Mohammed, urged all tiers of government to strengthen revenue-generating capacities and enhance growth, social inclusion and development. The group appealed for calmness in the Senate, urged the federal government to sustain efforts at Barodesi in Niger State to diversify the economy and create investment opportunities.
Nigeria cannot ensure development of the states at all. The single thing states need to do is to think outside the box and tap the abundant agricultural and natural mineral resources to complement what they get from the federal government. State governors need to work within the context of productivity for sustainable development of their domains.
Kailani Mohammed lauded the IBB memoir, but urged for
one of the bold steps taken by the administration of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu towards addressing housing needs, especially in urban communities. The Minister of State Housing and Urban Development, Yusuf Abdullahi Atta, explains that the initiative is at various stages of implementation. The minister assures Nigerians that when fully implemented, the housing initiative will promote home ownership and foster sustainable urbanization.
By now we can say the policies have started yielding very positive effect. The dollar is coming down, the price of oil is coming down, the price of foodstuffs are coming down.
Reiterating the continuous commitment of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's administration towards implementing viable economic policies, Minister Yusuf Abdullahi Atta also appeals to Muslim Ummah to intensify prayers in this month of Ramadan for political and economic stability of the country. From Kano, Samira Han.
11 weeks of train-the-trainer program for quality assurance accessors certification in geriatric social care has ended in Abuja. Elizabeth Omori reports that the accessors are multidisciplinary teams drawn from 8 states and federal university teaching hospitals, federal medical centers with geriatric units, and private operators of 6 care facilities in the country.
Gives them the starter pack, the tools, and the vision that we have of shared with NTA. Well, first and foremost, let me tell you this, that for the first time now, creation of geriatric social care jobs has been listed in the presidential deliverables.
Their accreditation as national training providers will commence. The trainings were supervised by the National Senior Citizens Center in collaboration with the National Board of Technical Education. As Nigeria strives for a brighter future, the Al-Habibiyah Islamic Society stands out as a shining example of hope and resilience, with its unwavering commitment to compassion, justice and empowerment. Now, this esteemed organization addresses the present challenges facing the nation. Correspondent Ibrahim Denhamidu reports on the 22nd Annual National Unity Ramadan Lecture, where prominent Nigerians gathered to explore Islamic values and solutions for a more prosperous society.
The holy month of Ramadan inspires reflection and renewal. Nigeria's battle against poverty takes center stage. With millions struggling to make ends meet, the need for a lasting solution has never been more urgent.
Al-Habibiyah Society started food bank in Nigeria, where there is an organized way of feeding people during the month of Ramadan.
The event, which aims to promote unity and understanding among Nigerians, attracted high-profile guests from various fields, including business, royalty, judiciary, academia, and public service, who converged to explore the Islamic solution to poverty.
Especially at this critical period where our societies are embedded with different types of biases.
The lecture emphasized the need for collective action in addressing poverty and promoting economic empowerment.
The resources needed to alleviate deprivation and poverty could be met adequately if the potential of the institutions of zakat and waqf were realized, even if only in part.
Not that we can't continue to be crying and be looking for solutions for a problem every time. That what can we do to come out of this poverty? And we discover Islam has a lot of tools. Islam has a lot of solutions.
Islam encourages hard work and working smart, not just hard work.
As the lessons of Ramadan were reflected, Muslims are reminded that in Islam, prosperity is not just a gift, but a reward for hard work, compassion, and generosity. In Abuja, Ibrahim Nahamidu, NTA News.
162 Christians from Nasarawa State are performing the 2024 pilgrimage to the State of Israel. At the farewell ceremony, Governor Abdullahi Sule, represented by the Deputy Governor, admonished the intending pilgrims to pray for the peace and prosperity of the country and the state, of course.
Abdullahi Sule, represented by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Emmanuel Akabi, notes that the state government has prioritized sponsorship of pilgrimages because of its spiritual impact on the state. He enjoins the intending pilgrims to be of good conduct while in the Holy Land.
Dedicate yourself to God for this period that you be away. Remember, your Creator. It's an opportunity that millions are looking for, that God has chosen you at this point in time. And it's definitely for a purpose. When you go there, go on your knees every day. Pray for our country, Nigeria.
Executive Secretary, Nasarawa State Christian Pilgrims Welfare Board, David Ayewa, commends Governor Abdullahi Sule for supporting the board and urges the intending pilgrims to uphold the spiritual exercise with commitment. Some intending pilgrims say they will pray for the state and the country.
We have to pray for the peace of the nation. We know what Nigerian is passing through, and definitely with our prayers, with one voice, in peace and unity, we believe God will hear us.
We're going to pray for ourselves to be more spiritually, to be more committed to the works of God.
We're going there not for tourism, but we're going to pray to see where things happen that are written in the scripture.
In their goodwill messages, the State Can Chairman, Reverend Sunday Emma, represented, and Bishop Catholic Diocese of Lafayette represented, appreciate Nasarawa State Government for sponsoring Christian pilgrims annually. In Lafayette, Ilkisu Umaruku, NTA News.
Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested a 42-year-old man, Angolan businessman to be precise, at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport for attempting to traffic a large consignment of cocaine to Istanbul, Turkey. Salwal Khalil Ibrahim reports that this is among other interdictions in different parts of the country as part of the war against illicit substances across the country.
The suspect, who is from Angola, was arrested on Tuesday, 25th February 2025 at the screening point of the Kano airport while trying to board a plane to Istanbul, Turkey via Cairo. Body scan confirmed he ingested illicit drug, after which he expelled 120 pellets of cocaine weighing 1.829 kilograms in 7 excretions. A similar attempt by an auto spare part dealer to send 2 parcels of 1.10 kilogram cocaine concealed in vehicle propellers to Angola through the export shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, was also thwarted by NDLEA operatives who arrested him on Monday, 24th February 2025. At the Tinkan Seaport in Lagos, NDLEA operatives on Friday, 28th February, discovered a total of 128 parcels of Canadian loud concealed in 2 mattresses in the trunk of a Toyota Venza car imported from Canada. Owner of the shipment has been arrested and taken into custody. Operatives in Kwara State on Monday, 24th February, nabbed Ebenenua with 2,980 tablets of tramadol and dozens of diazepam pills at Eyin-Korin Expressway, Ilorin, Edo, Maiduguri, Ibadan, Zamfara and Kano State were among the flashpoints during the week under review. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
The chairman, Beyond Borders Foundation, Pastor Isaac Mark, has empowered small and medium enterprises with business grants worth $30,000, starter packs, and 50 Corporate Affairs Commission business registered certificates to beneficiaries. Olajide Bello reports that this was the Success Motivation 3.0 in collaboration with Abuja Enterprise Agency.
It's another day of reckoning. When the sky splits and time holds its breath, every hand shall reap what every heart has sown. This time around, the third in the series, after weeks of vocational training in tailoring, solar installation and other high-demand fields, opportunities meet with innovative community-driven solutions targeted at the unique needs of the people. Innovation is the key that unlocks new possibilities, and the courage to dream beyond limitations creates solutions where others see obstacles.
As business owners, we can come together and come up with a platform where young people, where business owners, where market women, market men, the downtrodden, those who don't have a lot, the less privileged, they can also get the right training, the right skills, the right exposure to be able to build up themselves financially.
When compassion fills the heart, innovation guides the mind, and collaboration unites the efforts, making nothing impossible.
Great opportunity. Utilize whatever it is that they give them very well and probably scale up their businesses from there.
What is directed, redirected and scaled is human capital development.
For the beneficiaries, barriers have crumbled, opportunities arose, and lives will be forever changed.
These grants will go a long way when, as I'm going to infuse it into my business to push it a little bit further.
I'm so happy. I have a lot of challenge, but I thank God for now. I don't have any challenge anymore. Yes, this is the biggest thing that will put food on my table. I'm so happy. It's good to have a handwork.
With over 10,000 lives touched so far, Beyond Borders Foundation says when people come together, combining skills, perspectives and passions, they create something far greater than any single effort could achieve. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Reports just reaching us says President Mada Bio of Sierra Leone pays visit on President Bola Tinubu at the State House. And talking sport, Enyimba FC picked their third win on the road after a slim victory against Niger Tornadoes in a match day 27 of the Nigerian Premier Football League encounter at the Lafayette City Stadium. Let's get more from Ahmed Zango.